Yo, what's good, guys? Can you hear me? Yo, what's good? What's good, guys? Just how y'all doing? Let me see if I move this here. Can you still hear me there? Okay. So let me try this. Okay, this is the full screen for all of this. Didn't do this. That I think I need a bit more light, right? That's better, right? What's good, my shoe? trying the screens because I just set this up. So what's good, my guys? What you doing? Can you hear me all right? Let me take this mic because I'm gonna put it a bit further away. So okay, I haven't done this really, never. I'm gonna put together, like, I got this Wooting keyboard, like the ultra fast, like the digital switch, I think, or it's analog, I don't remember. Here's everything, right? Yeah. Okay. Here's the Wooting module. Let me here this is the PCB, right? I'm gonna put it together a bit on the table. What else? Oh, the keycap set. Boom. And I got the aluminum case, which, you know, the gum looks pretty crispy, right? So I really haven't done this before. I think what I should do first is I should get the stabs of the PCB, I feel like. This original keycap. That's the cable. I have an entire PC here that I need to put together for another video, but I'm spoiling, you know what I mean? Yeah. Thanks, man. Let me real quick do a quick story. If you want to share also the link for the stream, helps a lot. Just a fun stream to have in the background while you work or whatever, just to fool around, have someone to talk to, you know what I mean? So I want to share the link. What's up, guys? Quick stream, just fooling around a minute, just to put in the background while you work, while I put it together. This button right here, you already know. See you there. Okay, that's that. Yeah, actually I need to update my PC, and I need to update some components while I clean it also, and also some of the components of my PC will go to my editor's PC. which is right here. So yeah, I need to do that, and I'm also gonna do a video about it, just going through the motions of putting the PC together, which is gonna be super fun. So let me get my tools. So I got this Gravito like that. I haven't really used it before. Look at this, pretty crazy. Oh no, like this black mat like get really dirty really easy. Like you need to be super careful. Oh, and for the keycaps, these are Lakers 60, I feel. These are linear and are a bit lighter than the 50s, I guess. So this will be really fun. We also have here the Crytox, which is the lube for the stems, for the stabs and the stems of the stitches. I really love the packaging, like here's the lube. There. Like, I'm having trouble like putting it in the middle of the screen because I'm looking at the monitor and the image is flipped, you know. So there. I really like these boxes, like this stuff. I'm gonna do a mock-up with this for sure. So let's put this aside. So what's good, guys? What you been up to? What you doing today? And here we have some tools. Like this is to get the keycaps off. You can get it to focus there. It needs a bit more ISO. There. Like that here. Then these tools, some tweezers, and a really small pen. Small, like this brush. This is to apply the lube on the stems. This is a keycap opener to open the switches and be able to lube the inside parts. I really like these tools, right? These are super well made. Okay, that's cool. So here we have another. Tweezers. Oh, sorry. They're better. It's because I need to put the mic a bit to the side because otherwise it gets in the middle of kind of everything, you know. Maybe if I do that, will work. Oh, it went to the top. There's better? Okay, okay. Word. Because I don't know why. I think I get it like different in my ears through the return than what it goes in the stream, because the levels were sort of good here, but then it went to whatever it wanted. Okay, I think we should be good there. Let me get rid of this. So, you know, guys, I really don't know what I'm doing here. Like, I'm just gonna watch a tutorial and call it a day, you know what I mean? I mean, it couldn't be that hard also, like, it's hot swappable, the keyboard, so it's just putting the keycaps in the slot. I mean, also open them, but you know what I mean. ¿Verdad? ¿Me das un mate? ¿Verdad? Mate, sí. So, okay. Let's... Oh, I showed you the keycaps, right? Yo, the cam looks fucking crisp. This is the Sony a7 III with size lens 1.8 aperture sorry, f-stop and 55 mil. Let's have some mate. Let's go. Argentinian beverage. Let's go, my guy. What y'all having? Some coffee? What y'all doing? Here. So, okay, I think I need to get some tissues or whatever, or something to... Wait a bit, I'm gonna need some small plates to get the screws and to keep them organized and whatever. I'll be back in 1 second. I'm back. I got like these, some of these to put the screws in. And I start to pick this apart, you know what I mean? I don't want it to get too messy. Put this here. So, okay, let's get it. Yo, the volume of the music is creeping on me, like it's going up. I don't know why. Like it's OBS. Maybe I'm pressing something on the keyboard. I don't know. This isn't sponsored, guys. Like also that this isn't sponsored. I'm just doing this just to fuck around, you know. Also, let me know if you have some questions that would like to answer, or maybe you just want to talk about something. Just let me know, because when I start to loop the switches, we're gonna be here a while. There you hear the music. Okay, like so. Okay, I don't want it to bother also. I think that's all right. So here we have the PCB. I'm gonna need a place to all the little logos you see there. It's from the, I think it's from the people that backed the project when it was in its starting phase. So Wooting placed all their logos like in the slots. That's really cool. Yo, this is nice. Okay, so these are the stats. Pretty good, right? Okay, so I need to take this off now. How do we do that? Let's get it. I need to... Okay. I don't see it. I don't think it's screwed. I don't see screws. Like the screws I see are for the... Oh yeah, I need to take out the screws. Let's put this here. The camera a bit further away. ¿Al qué? ¿I better? ¿Hay mejor? Okay. I'm checking with my editor, sorry, she's watching the stream also, it's letting me know about the levels. Okay. Let's go. No! The Velcro is fucking up my mat. Do you see this? I think I showed you. Like the set comes with this one, and then you pick the like the tip. I think this one is the one. Yeah. Let's take this off, put this one in. Let's start to take this off. Ooh. Let's go. So what you're doing? You're not responding. Like what you're doing right now? You're doing some client work. Let's talk for real, guys. Like also these tools I got because like this set I got it because I need to do the PC video, and that one's gonna be if you don't have the tools, like invest in a nice screwdriver, because it's hell, you know what I mean? You start to lose the screws. Oh, these are all different. No, okay. Which... Oh, okay, so there are two different kinds. There are two different kinds. I don't know if you see it. there are two different kinds of holes. Ones that have like a little ring to it, like a little brass ring, and other that doesn't have the ring. I need to remember where goes what, you know? So I'm gonna try to put one back in just to be sure. Okay, so the small ring is for these ones, I guess. Yeah, small ring for small ones, okay. And the brass one, it's for the... And the other one is for these ones. I don't see... They are different. Okay, it doesn't matter. Let's just keep going. Yeah, it's Sony a7 III. But I'm using a 50mm lens, which is really cool because I get to do some nice close-up. It's not a macro lens. I'm kind of screaming, I guess. It's not a macro lens. So, okay. Also, the reason I got this keyboard is because I already have like a GMMK Pro, which is really cool for writing and all that stuff. That one's gonna go into the rotation, I guess. Gonna go to my editor. But I game a lot, and the keys are pretty heavy. Like I get cramps from playing with that keyboard. And this one, it's more gaming oriented keyboard. It has a rapid trigger thing. That's their thing, the Wooting thing. It has like a dynamic actuation point. You know, when you press the key has to lift to a certain point so it can be pressed again, you know? Well, this keyboard, as soon as you lift the finger, you can press again. And that gives a much more responsive feel, you know? Yeah, and also I've been wanting to like put a keyboard together, but I never really took the strength to do it, you know. I thought it would be like super a hassle, but they sell the entire thing together. I've been reading. What you been reading? Like triple interrogation mark, you know? Just chilling, putting this thing together. Also, it's really nice. Oh, what you reading? I'm reading like Brand Sanderson, like the Mistborn. That's my shit, you know what I mean? Like, I recommend it to all of y'all, like Mistborn. Oh, I don't know her. What's the plot, you know what I mean? So, okay, this should be off. So let's do this. Came off. Okay. Let's get it. So I shouldn't fuck this up because this goes like so. I'm gonna keep it like this just to have it tidy. World building and prose. Perdido Street Station. Okay. I'll check that out. Yeah, I've been really reading like those, like the Brand Sanderson. I really like that kind of fantasy. And I read the first one, I loved it. I'm going through the second one of Mistborn. And yeah, I'm actually trying to go like one fantasy and one business, whatever, because I try to read when I go to sleep, right? But I've been reading a lot of like business and other kind of stuff or design books. And when I read that before going to bed, I get like really anxious because it's work and it's all data that's work driven and work related. So I get really anxious and it's not good. So fantasy books are really good for going to sleep because you want to read. Like I just now starting to get like a rhythm for reading, you know, and it's during the day. Then I want to continue reading. Like it's like you're watching a series, right? And that never happened to me. Just now it started to happen. So okay, I'm just trying to see now how this goes because it has like a clip that you go brr and it comes out. You see? Oh, it has like a little dent. Like a little dent that goes like so. And I don't want to fuck it up. I think it goes like this. Like that. And I think the stab could go the other way around, right? No. It goes one way. Okay, so that's good to know. It goes like that. So okay, let's keep this tab over here. This is the spacebar tab. And the other ones go all facing down. So that's good to know. Actually, for the stabs, let's grab a towel. And let's put those on top of that. Here. It's fucking up my shot. My aesthetic shot. Okay. That. Yeah. Anyone, it's also reading another thing? Anyone on the stream? So, okay, let's take that. Now let's put this right here and take this out of the way. Where should I put this? I don't have room. Okay, to here. Now let's do these tabs. I think. Let's get this out. Oh, this is terrible. This is not aesthetic. I don't think I have another thing, so fuck it. How do I take this off? Wait, we need to watch the clip because I don't know how to take it off. So let's go to
Sounds amazing, right? That's because this keyboard is completely lubricated, and it might seem a little bit daunting at start, lubricating your switches, but actually it's very easy, but just a little bit time consuming. And that's what I'm going to do in this video. I'm going to show different methods of lubricating your lacquer switches with a Wooting 68G. Let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is put this one away because it's ready lubricated and I use it at home. And we're going to grab a fresh new 6HE here that needs a lubrication job. The second thing, see from a switch that on the switch there is a bracket on both sides, and that's where we're going to use the puller 5G0. And you're probably doing something wrong. Screws, we can take out the module.
No, here the stabs.
And use the end of the tweezers to push the clip that's on either the bottom or top side and push up the stabilizer. After releasing all the stabilizers,
yo, my stabs came out.
And make
nothing
sure
like that. They just came out.
Between the two stabilizers is pulled out in the opening of the switch. Otherwise, this is going to stop you from removing the stabilizers. This completes all the preparation work. We can put this one away for later.
Thanks, guys.
Everything together.
No problem.
Let's open up a switch with the switch opener. Stop you from removing the stabilizers. This completes all the preparation work. We can put this one away for later.
No, but I didn't understand. Like he said, you need to open it from the.
This completes all the preparation work.
Yeah. What's up, Jack? I'm building a Wooting.
Let's open up a
but
switch.
I need to.
The switch opener.
I don't know how to open the fucking
stabilizers. You can simply slide it out and make sure that the metal bar, which is the wire between the two stabilizers, is pulled out in the opening of the switch. Otherwise, this is going to stop you from removing the stabilizers. This completes all the preparation work. We can put this one away for later.
No, this is my old keyboard. This is my other keyboard. Let's see. That's my other keyboard. I'm putting together a Wooting now, like the gaming keyboard, because I'm a fucking consumer capitalist. You know what I mean? Like I got another keyboard just because. I don't understand. Like, how do these come out? I'm gonna break it. I'm gonna just break it. Yeah, I don't remember the name of those, but yeah, they're really cool. Also, the quality is really good. Like, it has a nice, like, tactile feel. It's set from the open position. Like, what does that even mean, you know? I guess it should go like, I get it. It needs to be open, and from there I need to push. It needs to be open, and if I push, I guess there, boom, boom. That, this one also. Like that, then push and out. There. Like, let me get another paper for this. I don't like this. It's messing up my shot, dude. Oh, I know, I have the perfect thing. I have this black paper. It's for making mockups and stuff, but I'm gonna use it for this. Let's use it for this, you know. Nice. Nice. Let's put this here. Ooh, that's better. This is better. Maybe like this. Far better. Nice. Okay. What is the end? What's the end, Shaq? Okay, I need to now open Oh, don't be like that. Let me know if the music's too loud. Show gets super inspired. So okay, we need to open this now. That's so funny, innit? I love Jack's accent. Yo, where are you from exactly, Jack? Um, like from what city? Oh, I'm gonna break all my teeth. Stab grease. Yo, I'm not Yorkshire. I love it. I love the Jack's accent. And what is this? Oh, okay, I get it now. I'm supposed to use the grease directly from here. Perfect. So we have the grease. And this, it's the... Yeah. Lead. So what you doing right now? And this is the other... I really like the packaging of all this stuff. I don't... How do I pop this open? Oh, like so. Like that. And then it comes like this little... Like this little vial. Okay. Okay, this... I don't know why this has this... It has like a... Like this shape, the inner cap. I don't know if you'll see it. Come on, focus. There. I think it's for spin it in a... It's spin it around. I think I should spin it around. So it catches the lube, and then when I take it out, I can grab from there, you know? Yo, the focus is killing me. It's a bit further away, okay? Like that. So what I'm gonna do, it's gonna lift the camera a bit more. Like that's more natural. Like that. Okay. So I'm kind of nervous. I don't know. I don't want to mess it up. So we have these smooth twisters. But I don't think I need these for the stabs. So leave that. I'm gonna grab the stabs grease here, and I'm gonna put it down like that. Ah. Grab a bit of the grease. I don't know if you can see me shaking because my pulse it's terrible, you know. We're gonna be here a while, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna need the tweezers. Fuck that. Like that's far better. Well, come on, guys. Let me know what you want to talk about. Let's shoot a topic. It can be whatever. Let's talk conspiracies. Let's talk the fucking government, CIA, psyops. I don't even know how many peoples are there. Because maybe it's pretty boring stream, you know. Okay, I think this is good because I know I don't need to overloop this. You don't want to overloop your stuff. I'll leave this here. And now this goes in. There is this tab again. Now this one. Oh no, I dropped the... Once it's there, you click it. And then there is... Yo, my nails are fucking filth. What the fuck? So okay, now we have... Yo, I'm feeling a bit warm because of the work. Okay, my guy. Thanks, Shaq. Talk to you later. Let me check. So now we need to do that for I don't know how many other switches. Oh no, I put it where all the other were in. Okay, I think I could lube like this part of the stab also. I'm gonna grab a bit of this excess and put it in the open here position, and on the side a bit, put it here. Okay, that's great. I'm gonna set this one aside. And now what I need to do all the others. So let's clip it out. Oh, I'm a pro. I'm a professional. Let's do it like that. Boom. Like that. These ones are already pretty lubed up. They have like already like a nice amount of lube, I feel. Let's just do a bit more. I guess like a macro lens would be better for this, but like that. I don't want to drop it. No, I put my entire finger all over. Okay, so now I'm gonna just grab from my finger. That's too much lube. What is the optimal focus? Like there. Okay. Now from the open position, like that. There it's in. It's getting a bit messy to manipulate the stabs. Like that. Now let's lube just a bit the outer part of the housing. that. Now this one. Here it came out. Oh, sorry, I zoned out for a bit. So yeah, it's really early. I figured it wouldn't be so much people in the stream, but it doesn't matter really. I'm gonna just ramble a bit. I've been really kind of struggling with all the, well, not struggling, but kind of like this thing of being compelled like every day to do content, and like the YouTube, and also letting me be a bit more free and just, I don't know, if I wanted to do a stream, just do it, and trying to find other ways to connect with all of y'all. It's been kind of freeing in that sense, but it's been really crazy from the past, like, I don't know, 2 years that I've grown so much on Instagram, and it's shit like maybe you're growing like 1,000, 2,000 followers a day, and then you stop posting, and all the like the attention and the momentum like sort of gets lost a bit, which is okay. It's part of it, but it creates this not so good, I feel like, wait a minute. It's not going in. There, boom. Like the relationship with your work and with what you're trying to do gets a bit confusing, and it's hard to lose the way, I feel like. And I for sure been a victim of it. I'm a victim of it in some ways. I'm sure I am, but nice. But still, I feel like I tried to go out of my way to make things that I like and I think are of value to the community. Yeah. It's not so much the numbers, but the day-to-day work you need to do to stay sort of relevant, but while putting stuff out there, while trying to make a living, like that can get that could get pretty stressing if you don't have like an underlying scope, or not scope, but like knowing why you are doing it, right? Like it got easier, and it gets a bit easier when I shifted my focus from let's just trying to make something happen to okay, let's just try to help people in design, and to help with what I know, and try to make the design world a better place, right? It's corny as fuck, but I think it helps a lot, like trying to do your just little thing to try to improve the community, and whatever. And from that you get sort of this responsibility to okay, I need to do better work, and to improve that work you need to be a bit more committed to doing something that helps, you know. Thanks, my guy. Yeah, I really think so too. That's not the issue. The issue is the day-to-day, what do I do, you know? Like that's the hard part, I feel. Like so much to do, and also the world is kind of going, it's not kind of going, the world is going to shit. And it feels really disconnected sometimes to doing design stuff while other stuff is going on, but I also, that's why I feel like I'm trying to push forward certain values that transcend design, you know what I mean, and transcend the design life. Like awareness, being accountable, trying to be responsible, and all that stuff I feel will bleed out of the, sorry, I'm doing it here and the camera's here, and all that stuff will bleed out of the design just sphere, you know. And if there is one thing that I would like to tell to everyone, is that once you start to see not just your work as something that you do and put out and you post it, and just because I liked it or whatever, as something that you put out into the world, and it starts to do something, right? You put your work out there, and it becomes part of the world, right? And your values are out there, and other people consume them and maybe reinforce what they believe, because your work, it's speaking to that. Like you are doing that, you are putting that out there, and you are contributing to that particular worldview. It can be a political thing, or it can be a lifestyle thing, it can be whatever, but you are contributing to that, being a part of the culture. So I think when you start to view your work like that, it becomes much more from an awareness and responsibility thing, right? If you have the privilege to be able to live off art, and of your art, and what you do with your expression, like I think it's really hard to not see it as a responsibility. And for me, I try to see it like that, and it has felt far more accomplishing doing stuff, right? And doing design stuff, and putting work out there, and seeing the reception of the people. And it's not just like, oh, nice poster, you know what I mean? Which is cool in and of itself. You don't have to go for the big mission or whatever. But you are already doing it, I feel like. Whatever it is you try to put out in being work or whatever, it's already portraying a way of thinking. Like what I'm saying, it's trying to make it more intentional. It's a good way to find purpose within your work, and that will help with the motivation and the discipline and everything like that, because it's really hard to be disciplined when there's not an overarching story or or sense of why are you doing what you're doing. Discipline for the sake of discipline, I think, helps, but to a certain point. There is a point in which you need to rely on something a bit bigger that will drive you past the discipline, right? Discipline is a super powerful thing, but it's just the beginning. Yeah, for sure, it's not easy, and at some point you kind of have to make it up. Maybe you can make of your mission, maybe your mission could be you just want to make the world a more beautiful place, in the sense of just putting out beautiful pieces that make the world beautiful. Like, that could be a mission, you know. Or it cannot. Maybe for me it isn't, but for other people it can be. If you take it as it is what it is, and that's your mission, and you take it as that, and it feels like a responsibility, it will push you forward. But you need to pick it by yourself. You will not get it from anything else. You need to yourself say, yeah, that's what I want to do. And from there, maybe you find another thing, and that becomes your mission. And then, I don't know, you need to take care of someone in your life, and that becomes the mission. And also, another thing that I've been really big on, it's not always, it has to be work, you know? Like, I'm reading Rick Rubin's work. I'm not loving it. I feel there is too much surface stuff in the book. Like, don't take me wrong, like, dude's a fucking genius, but the book, I feel it's a bit surface level, you know. Like, if you haven't read any art books, it will sound too esoteric and too mumbo jumbo, you know. Like, you need to know a bit about meditation and what does he mean by awareness, and have a bit of practice in that realms, you know, to really get what he's saying, I feel. But the podcast that he's in, I think he really dropped some really nice bombs, you know. Like, maybe you want to know the world, and maybe your work is just a vehicle to finance the life and the whatever you want to live, you know. And that's okay. Your work doesn't have to be your mission. It's a blessing and a curse if it is, but you don't need to subscribe to the all or nothing work dream life that's sold to you on social media. The work can just be the work, you know. So I think I overlooked this because I was speaking. Fuck. Let me put this here. This goes like so. Okay, let's put this in. This one. Here's the other. Boom. Done. All the stems are fucking looped. Oh, I missed the outer case of this one, so let's do this like that. Let's grab a bit of the excess of that and put it here in the outer casing. I'm just gonna, but yeah, social media when you're a creative can be a bit brutal, because you're naturally gonna be drawn to people's opinions, and your work is your life, and blah 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 blah. And like as a creative, you have like a bigger sensitivity, I guess, that makes you more prone to the emotional damage sometimes that comes from social media and being exposed, and people saying the first thing that crosses their mind, you know. So okay, this one's done. I'm gonna close the lid. This one, boom. I'm gonna clean a bit this. Okay, those are the stems. I'm gonna now do the keycaps. This will be the fun part, because I need to open this. And to open them, wait, I need to get the other. This one. And this one, wait, let's close it. And now let's grab the other. Like that. And okay, I need to loop how many switches? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think it's 60, right? Because it's a 60 keyboard. I think okay. You need to put, to open the keycap, there is 4 pins right there that you need to line up with the ones on the housing of the, and once it's there, you press it hard and it comes out like that. And here is where it's really hard, because grab it like that, and here I need to and here you need to be really careful, because you don't want to overloop it, from what I've read, because it's gonna make the switch feel a bit chalky, and we want it to be smooth, you know. Cool. So once that's done, oh, I haven't checked like what's the direction. I feel this is the direction the switch goes into. Right. And on the outer housing, I think we can loop I think in this one we can loop this outer part, like, I don't know if you see it, but there is a place where it touches the inner spring, like here, and I think we can loop that, not too much, like that. And once that's done, I think you can just clip it in place like that. Like that. And to test it, you can close this and you put it in here. I don't know in what direction. I don't know if you hear it. Let me see the difference. There is a difference. Yeah, but you can hear it? Can you hear the switch? If no, I'll take the noise reduction off. Okay, that one there. Yeah, this is gonna be intensive. Oh, let me watch the video again. Let's go to this screen. Let me see when he does the...
When we're going to put everything together. The clip, it will push open those clips with quite some force. It will push open those clips and voila, your switch is open. After opening up multiple switches and separating the separate parts, we can close the switch opener and start with lubrication. Now we're going to do it with the chrome skin. It's lubricate from the lacquer switches. I put them there instead of dipping it straight. Now I'm going to use the tweezers to grab the stem of the switch, dip a little bit into the lube, and then we're going to gently apply lubrication on a couple of sides. First onto the stem glider. There are two sides and you can apply it on both sides. You can just take the whole side, so you don't need to do it on a specific area on that side, just do the whole side.
I didn't do the outer part, I did just the inner.
Lube is the cylinder that's in the center of the stem. We're going to go all around it, and we're going to also do the bottom of the cylinder. And that's it. Now we've lubricated the stem. We don't need to lubricate anything else because this is the most efficient and effective way to lubricate. Each part will have a different, it has the cylinder in the center. Now this will make this switch more smooth, but again, if you over lubricate, it will dampen the sound but also make it feel murky, so you don't want to do that around the cylinder. But there you have to be very careful with resting position on the rails, but all the way at the top. This is where that's lubricate the edges, and that will help remove that oing 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 sound from the spring. Now that you know all these different ways of lubricating the switch, I do recommend you start experimenting with the two what you like before you do the rest of the switches. So let's put that switch back together and
okay. So this one, let's do it again. I feel the camera is getting... Ok. Digo que es un laburito esto. Sí. What was I talking about? Let me know if you want to talk about a certain thing. Okay. It's done, and I think I could lube like this part of the spring. To remove some of the pinging sound. At least that's what the dude say. I think that's good. Put this bad boy together. Like that. Here goes the spring. Like that. Now, this has like a... It has like a two-side... Like a... Sorry. The little opening goes. There is... Yeah, there is a kind of big difference. This one sounds... Let me kill the audio and let me... Let me take out the noise suppression and the limit. No, let's listen to this. Do you hear? This one is the one that I looped only the inside. And this one, it's the one that I looped entirely. Is it? Yeah. This one is the unlooped. It has like a more like a ping sound, like a pinging sound. Yeah, this one, it sounds better. This one is a bit more bassy. The other one has like a click to it. So let's open it back again and kind of fix it. Let's put the music again. So like that. Yeah. This one I looped already here, so let's not overdo it. This one I didn't do the outer of the housing, like in this part. That let's do the spring also on the bottom. So yeah. Well, let me go back to ranting. Let's use this space to let's practice like oratory, you know, because that's another thing. Like, I'm new to making videos, and English is not my native tongue, you know. So sometimes I mumble the words because I'm not used to speaking it like louder all the time, you know. I speak English every day, but written, like in social media. But I don't get time to practice a lot of English speaking. So sometimes when I try to do videos, I mumble some of the words, and it's not great for delivery. So I'm trying to practice that. So I might use this space to do that, even if there is not that much people watching, because it's not a design stream really, and I'm just doing this. There is a lot of off time, but it's okay. So that I've been trying to get better with oratory. I'm watching some dudes. I'm trying, maybe I'll get a course on it or whatever to try to kill because I did this thing that I recorded myself. I mean, when I watch a video, I see it. I do a lot of ums and a lot of filler words that are not great. And yeah, to be able to be a more efficient communicator, I need to sort that out. I don't want to overdo this. But yeah, going again to the subject of the mission and whatever, like there is so much of the routine that actually, if you don't think about it, you'll do it automatically. And these are things that actually kind of pushes you backwards. They are counterproductive. But that's why I wanna maybe separate the productivity from the work part to your life part. But because there is not everything, it's about being productive as in work, you know. But yes, in terms of the life you want to live. I feel like I'm just rambling. Don't take my word as whatever. What the fuck do I know, right? But I do feel extremely accomplished in the sense of all the things that compose my everyday, let's say. And I think everyone can be in that position with just a tiny shift in how do we think about what we do in life overall. Sorry, I'm not showing you there, I'm showing you up here. The bottom housing, this goes here. Like that. There. Much better. So 2 down, 58 to go. I wanna die. But it's pretty chill to do it. But sorry, going back to what I was saying, like, for example, I'm really like into training and all that stuff. And I've been for a long time, like going to gym and just playing football and whatever. And did I break this? No. As time went on, I realized that we are all like sort of training the way you're supposed to train, like you go to the gym or whatever. Like right now, I feel like there is a much more variety. People do a bunch of other things, which is great, and also the entire point. But sometimes, you know, like there is this social thing. Oh, you need to train, but it's not put into perspective of what do you want to feel like. It's more like just be healthier with a really general umbrella of what being healthy means, right? And right now there are a lot of tools. Like I've been listening to, I've stopped a bit, but I'll get to that in a moment. Like the Andrew Huberman Love podcast and the good old days of the Joe Rogan podcast, when it was interesting. And you learn so much about of things you can actually do to improve your everyday, right? And training is one of them, but not if you train like a bodybuilder just because that's the way you train. Like if you go to a gym and in the overall gym, mainstream gym, local gym, whatever, the teachers will often just put you on a bodybuilding routine. Just it's because it's what it's done, it's what people are most likely to respond to, right? And it's what's known. But that routine unchecked and without complexity added to it, right? Because your body can do a bunch of movements, and right, and then if you add all that pressure to the muscles and then it's not relieved, like you don't do like a proper stretching or yoga or all that stuff, it will compound into stress in your body, and you end up with all the problems that we have, right? My posture has suffered a great deal because I'm on the computer all day, and also because I trained in an improper way for years. 4 years, guys. So just training, it's the same as just reading. Like I feel there is a way to read that's not beneficial to you. There is a way to train that's not beneficial to you. It all depends on what do you want, right? Because if you want to be massive and be big and whatever comes with it comes, then it's okay, you do you. But it needs to be with awareness. You need to know that is what you're doing, right? So why not train in a way that's complementary to your way of living? I don't know from where I heard this, but you know, when you're a kid and I mean, this is a whole philosophy of training, right? It's called movement training, which it tries to tackle like more big things in the scope of training, and what does it mean to live within a body and have a body and all that stuff. It's pretty interesting, but you know, the thing that you need to sit with a correct posture or whatever. You know, when you're a kid and you're in the classroom and you're fidgeting with your legs and the teacher is like, stay still, you know, like don't move, like you're distracting everyone. And in that context, like the kid, its body is manifesting the anxiety that he feels because of the class is not engaging, right? So that movement is a way of the body to relieve of that stress. Like if that's his body trying to acclimate to the situation, like why would it want to resist, right? It's the same when we are creating. Like when we are creating, you tend to hunch forward. You tend to hunch forward and into a more compromised position, you know. You know, when you're gaming on sitting in the couch all laid forward. When the game gets intense, you sit down leaning forward with the controller on your hand. So there is a thing about movement that translates into what we are doing, right? So I don't think it's good to try to fight that within your body. So what you do, or what I've been trying to do, is to train for that. If I tend to be seated all day and accumulate a lot of tension, then I'm gonna train in a way that relieves tension, right? That makes you stronger while you relieve tension. Like there is no point in getting even more tension in my body, right? In a way, training in a way that makes you even stiffer, right? And maybe the same goes to food. And maybe the same goes to your friends, your company, right? Why would you add stress to your life? I mean, the bad kind of stress, the stress that doesn't add to us, doesn't add everything, doesn't add to anything. But yeah, like bro said, with intent. Everything needs to have intent. And I mean, not everything will have, right? But it's the way in which you live like it. It would lead you somewhere hopefully you want to go. Beep, beep, beep. So nice. 3 to go. This is gonna take forever, guys. So actually, I think I'm not gonna monetize the stream, and I'm gonna put another kind of music. I don't think if I can unmonetize the stream right now. No. Okay, it doesn't matter. So let's open another one. Oh, nice. I just got a message to play a football match today. Let's get it. Let's fucking get it. Yo. Yo, it's not going in. It's like that. Yeah, like that. Ooh. Yeah. If you have questions, guys, please let me know, and I'll be happy to talk about whatever you want. Bing, bing. Like, this is nerve-wracking. Okay, we have that. Let's put that there. Creative vision. Creative vision. Yeah, I think it ties a bit to what I was talking before, I feel like. Because there are two ways I feel you can think about. I mean, there is the creative vision of I'm sitting down making a piece right now. What do I want that thing to look? And then you have the vision of your creative as a life, you know, like your life as a creative, and what do you want that to be, and how do you want it to fit with it, the grander scheme of things, right? I think as I already talked about the overall vision for life, right? Like your vision for your piece, I think one big advice that I can give you, this is from Art and Fear. This is a book you can get from my links in bio. Like, there is the recommendation there. Because sometimes when you're starting out, and even now, like, it happens every part of your life as a creative, like, you need to discipline your mind so you can think of things that you can create, because there is a skill gap between what you can imagine and what you can make. I'm not saying like don't think big or whatever, but at the time of creating, you need to be really attuned to your capabilities, to not be too frustrated, because sometimes you'll for sure think of things that in your mind look one way, and then when you try to make them, they don't look anything like you're trying to make. Right? So first thing, discipline your mind and get attuned to your capabilities, and be honest, right? Be honest. Like, if your skill is not there yet, focus on making things you can make and make them extremely well. You know? One way to know your limitations is doing the work. Start doing the work. It's impossible to tackle it with, like, from the start knowing your capabilities. It's something you work towards. And as you know your capabilities will increase. And the more work you do, the better resolution you will have of your own capabilities, right? But that ties also into another thing, like this thing of, how do I know? How do I stop suffering or stop being afraid? Like, there is not being afraid. Like, fear is one of the most important neurological pathways that we have in our brain. Fear is one of the primordial feelings that humans and all animals feel, right? So there is no being fearless. All that you can do is act fearless, just do the things, right? And from those things you learn. Like, what's the only visible difference between someone that's afraid and someone that is not afraid? You don't know if they are really afraid or not afraid. What you can only see is what they do. So how do you know who's afraid and who's not afraid? Or what's the difference from your point of view of the one that's afraid and the one that's not afraid? The one that's not afraid, or you think that is not afraid, it's usually the one that does the thing. Then when you go ask the dude if he's afraid, he'll most likely say yes. Bravery, it's like discipline. It can only be faked. It's acting with fear. The brave dude, it's the one that acts with fear. So discipline is like faking motivation. You just do the thing because you have to do the thing. That's discipline. Doing it when you don't want to do it. If you want to do it, then great, go do it. But that will run out, and you will need to resort to discipline or responsibility, like I was talking before. Like, if you think you are in a bigger mission, then you have this feeling of needing to do it, right? So the same is with your work. Like, think it like that, like this. Like, if you don't put in the time and put in the work, you are robbing the world of something amazing that you might create. So that's a shitty move on your part, man. Like, if you feel like you could make something and you don't make it, you are robbing everyone else of the pleasure of the experience. So fuck that, you know? Also, if you are even considering having a career in doing art, doing design, you're incredibly privileged. Yeah. You're incredibly privileged if you are able to live as an artist. So, in that privileged position, if you don't give it your all, then
and really be in the process, you know, then I feel it's a massive like disrespect to those who can't live as artists and are really struggling, you know. That's how I feel it, and that has been one major motivator for me. Like, I remember when I went to uni, sorry, I could be in uni like in 20 minutes because I lived in a pretty central part of town, and I had all the principal bus stations and everything really comfortable because I live in the capital city. But I had friends that needed to travel like 3 hours to get to university. Those 2-3 hours, it's 2-3 hours they don't get to be working. They don't get to be doing the homework. So everything is super hard for them. So I took it to heart. I said like, yo, I'm super close to my university. I have all this privilege. I have all this ease of access to things. Like, why shouldn't I go full on with it, right? Why shouldn't I take advantage of it, not take it for granted? And you can go even further like that. There are people that are born without the capability to hear, the capability to use their arms or whatever, and that bleed into the training. And now I'm trying to do another things. I'm training with some parkour dudes, I'm training acrobatics because I want to know, like, what can you do with the body, right? I have a body, I use it. I have a leg, I use it, you know. Try to go full on. And it's not like this is the way you have to live or whatever. Like, it's just one way of approaching things, right? And since I started to trying to conceptualize it like that, it all became more epic, right? It all became like really romanticized version of your own experience, and that is really powerful, I feel like. Boom. So let's put it like this. But yeah, this will take forever. Let's see if I bring this here. Like that. Hope that answered your question. But you know, guys, again, I'm just jabbing here, you know. I mean, it's a nice exercise also to talk like you know sometimes. To be a bit more confident of what you think like, so that translates in security when you act, you know. But also always keep a curious mind, because you can easily be wrong about everything. Oh, these late nights, I've been having this thing, like, I can't sleep. Like, I hyperfixate on one issue in particular, and I start to go into this rabbit hole of just oblivious thinking, you know, thinking of terrible things. And I'm just going like, yo, what the fuck is wrong? Like, I can't sleep and I'm thinking about these horrible things. Like, out of nowhere, in the middle of the night, my brain will flash the most horrible stuff. Like, I don't know if this happens to you at all. I mean, thinking about the worst possible scenarios, you know what I mean? I don't know if I should lube everything and put it together, or I should lube it and put it together, lube it and put it together. I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, but that only happens when I game till late night, you know? Like my brain is so hyper it's revved up, you know, it's revved up and I can't go to sleep. So that's crazy, you know. But the nights that I just eat and go to sleep without going to the computer, I sleep like 10 times better, you know. Boom. Second, guys, let me go to the bathroom real quick. Back. Let me share the stream on the monitor here. Let me share the stream on the Discord channel. There, I shared it. So yeah, back to the keyboard thing. This will actually take forever. I'm gonna do now like trying to take them apart and just leave them there and put them together later, you know, the entire switches. No, I'm just gonna grab this, lube it up. And leave it here. See if I can enlarge this so you see better the like that is better, I feel like, right? Any other question you have, guys, that I can riff off of? Done. I'm just gonna like do them one by one and then put them all together at once, because otherwise it's gonna be hell. We're chilling. Oh, it has a magnet. Huh. Yes. Yes, I'm gonna do a setup tour when I do the... I'm doing a video soon about rebuilding my PC, and then I'm gonna do like a setup tour. I'm really proud of my setup. I've worked so hard for it. Like, I'm gonna share also some pictures of my first setup. It's crazy. I already looped this one, yeah. Let's grab another one. Nice. Does the shot looks cool? But yeah, I'm preparing a video. Like I'm gonna teach you how to build a PC for graphic design. It's gonna be crazy. And I'm gonna tell you how to do it from scratch, how to pick the components, and how to put them together. And then I'm gonna point you to a video that's gonna tell you how to install Windows and all of that, because that's a bit I know how to do it, but it's not optimal, and I don't want to steal the dude's video, so I'm just gonna point you to the video that I always use. Also, this dude, I can't remember the name, but he made a tool to unbloat Windows. Like, it's a Windows debloater, and it just works. It's amazing. There. Like this part. Oh, that's a really nice idea. That's a really nice idea, my guy. Thank you. I'm gonna write that down. That's a really good idea. I mean, it's still pretty industry standards, the most used programs. It really depends on what you're using, but it's a really nice idea. Like, look at this. It's all, it has a, like they have some magnets, but I really like the shape that they formed. No, actually no, it looks like a swastika, but it's really cool. Put them to... Oh, actually the magnets are also pretty strong. Oh, you know, that's a great question. But you get a gauge from it the more work you do, the more you get to know yourself. That's why I always like encourage you to do stuff, like go take a class, a dancing class, go train hard, go do something that you wouldn't normally do. Like, go do different stuff. The more stuff you try to do, like go on a trip on a mountain, go on a trip to a city, go do, the more stuff you do, the better resolution you get to your states, right? And also be really attentive when you're working. There will be some days you can just work, you don't need to stop. Like, you don't feel tired, you are ready to suffer, you know, when you're onto something, you're making a piece that you're really liking how it's going. The thought of stopping doesn't enter your mind, right? So it's not to have those moments, but be aware of it. Like, it's not that so much that you're tired or you're lazy. Sometimes it's a lack of you don't know what to do. You don't have a vision for what you're trying to make. You're just doing whatever, and your brain gets tired of trying to figure it out. But the more work you do, the more you'll understand yourself. For example, me, I'm pretty lazy. I'm super lazy. But I've come to just know my process. I know I have to bulldoze it sometimes, you know. When I need to get to work, I just need to, it doesn't matter how I feel, I just need to sit down. After 20 minutes, I'm on a roll. And I'm pretty motivated, and I can just keep working. Of course, there is work that I don't love to do. I don't know if I love doing reels. I like far better to do videos and to stream and to talk. I discovered that I really like to talk. I really like to talk about what I think. I really like to talk about ideas. I mean, I've always liked to talk about ideas with my friends, and everything, but so then you need to, I think it goes a bit back to what I was saying before. Maybe what you do for work is what you do for work. And if that, think it like this: the work you do to earn, it's allowing you to do your creative work later. Because if you don't do your paid work, you won't have to subsist, and you won't even have the possibility to do your other work. So respect the work you do for money, because it's allowing you to do the other work, right? And sometime maybe your creative work will become your work, you know. But until that time comes, the work that you don't like to do, like it or not, it's being a part of you doing the work that you do like to do. So respect that, and do it to the best of your ability, and maybe that becomes the creative thing. Like, right, how do you find a way to make it more entertaining for yourself, right? It also it depends, what do you do? What's your work that you don't like to do, or the work that you're being lazy or you don't feel motivated to do that work. When I was before I was doing social media and graphic design, I mean I always did graphic design, but I used to work on a print shop, and I was really resentful of that work because the dude wasn't paying me enough. Like, it was really like a McDonald's cashier was earning more than what I did. Right? And I was really mad at him and mad at the work. But I remember, okay, but this work allows me to go to college. It's really close to my home, so I can go back early to home and do the homework for uni. And then on the work I could also use the machines to do my uni assignments at the back of my boss, of course. But you know, try to get as much as you can from the things you don't like really to do. And also, there is this thing like doing what you want to do. I think the question deviated a bit. This was not what you were asking, but hey, here we are. I get the most for myself out of doing the things that I don't want to do than from doing the things that I do want to do. Let me explain. For example, that instant gratification stuff, like when I get up in the morning, like it's 7 a.m., 8 a.m., I don't want to get out. I'm really lazy like that. I just want to stay in bed. But when I do get out and I push through, and it's 8 a.m., it's 9 a.m., and I already did 1 hour of work, like that feels amazing, right? And also, I don't want to eat healthy. I want to order a burger or whatever. But then I do eat healthy, and how I feel afterwards compared to how I would feel if I would just eat like shit, that's the reward, right? No, do you think as a designer everything you are working to earn, you have to create unique things, or you can just repeat things you know? No, for sure we are repeating stuff. There are things that repeat. And also, not like a prescription thing, but you'll develop a pattern of working and a pattern of work. It's not every time. I'm not pushing at all at every client. I'm not pushing for unique creativity every step of the way. Some work, I just do the work, I do what the client asks, and that's that, right? If I get a project that I'm really into, then yes, and I feel really motivated and whatever, then yes. Also, it depends what the client, like if the client is lowballing me for the money, but I think I can make it really quick and whatever, then I'll just do it and get it over with. Of course, I'll always try to do a great work because that's just good practice, you know. But I think you mean like going full on, like going max creativity and everything needs to be unique and original. No, that's maybe a preconceived notion. Like, there is no new thing. We are just remixing stuff that we saw and we liked and our own influences, creating our own style. It's impossible to create nothing new. We can just rearrange what already is. So no, you don't need to be always striving for ultimate originality. Yo, my pulse is getting a bit better from doing this. Actually, this is really relaxing also to do. You know what? Actually, being on a work factory in China isn't that bad. No, it's not annoying at all. It's not annoying at all, my guy. Sorry if it came out that way. No, it's not annoying at all. I'm here to help and to give you insight on whatever I can. I've been doing creative work for a lot now. I'm gonna be 32 this year, and I've been doing creative stuff, working with clients since I am 19. Actually, my first client, I think it was some local bakery. I was 19. I did the most horrible ghetto work that you can imagine, but still. I remember the pay for the thing was like, I kid you not, $6. $6. I mean, here in Argentina, in my country, the prices are really deflated because of the economy, like to compare it with dollars, but actually the conversion that I did is wrong. It's more like $60. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah. Not right now, my guy. I will do a portfolio review for sure in the future. But sure, ask me whatever you want. It's better for the stream. How do I avoid creative block? There is not avoiding it. Like one day you'll just be blocked, you know. But you have tools to try to fight it. Sometimes you have too much on your mind, sometimes you have too little on your mind. I really haven't had a creative block in a while because I have too much ideas. Like, write down your ideas. Like, if you don't want to get out of ideas, like, I have a notepad, I have a WhatsApp a conversation with myself, a group with myself, and I have the Notion. And every time I think of something, I write it down there. And when I don't have ideas, I just pick one from there. Also, it's important, where are you getting your ideas from? Like, you can watch a movie and you can watch the movie looking for ideas from the photography, the subject of the movie, the dialogues. You can get ideas from everywhere. And then also something that maybe it's counterintuitive or you haven't think about, like your mental state and your mental health and your body health. There is no separation really. Your mental health is part of your overall health. Your physical health is your mental health as well. Like, it's crazy for me that, for example, when you train so hard and you get all those references of what you can do and you really push through and you feel amazing, I don't really get, I get like a normal amount of anxiety, I would say. Like, it's part of being alive. Like, anxiety is what pushes you to do stuff sometimes. So also trying to be healthy, like eat good stuff, train regularly, that will also oil the machine. Because if you think about it, your body, it's the machine you use to produce everything, to produce ideas, to produce your own feelings. So you need to take care of that machine, my guy. And it really comes down to everything. Like, I talked about this earlier, but how do you want to live, my guy? To have an able mind, you need to have an able body. Oh. But yeah, in short, just have a bunch of ideas and look at the world, like looking for ideas with a bunch of awareness in what you're seeing, right? Try to dissect and try to find angles to stuff. You can take an idea almost out of everything. A conversation with your mother, an ad from nature. But for that, you need to read a lot also. You need to have tools to try to see and try to observe what's in front of you. You need tools. It doesn't need to be reading. Like, you can listen to podcasts of really creative people and stuff from other fields, right? Like, we tend to get super hyper fixated on art and design, but it's nice to look for inspiration elsewhere, because it will come in different formats, right? The more things you add to your library of concepts and ideas, the more nuanced your perspective becomes. Not really. I've been really blessed. My family, it's really, I live alone with my partner now, and my family is really self-sufficient. Like, I get to help my brother and my mother here and there with money or whatever, but I don't have to take care of them, and they are not like a hindrance for me, let's say. And in my younger years, they always supported me in everything that I wanted to do, I could do. Like, maybe when I wanted to study graphic design, my father said, why don't you study business? And that was it. Like that was it. He didn't say anything. He really empowered me to do whatever. My mother also, they were great. Of course, every parent has their their bullshit or whatever, but they were great. But yeah, then also being more of a grown-up now, of course they try to push you into do stuff, but there is key that you know what you want to do and you're your own person after a certain point, and you just need to do you, you know. And also it's funny because not by my surroundings, I would say, but the information that you choose or not choose to acquire, it will pressure you. Sometimes you really commit to a way of seeing the world and seeing yourself, and that's what pushes you. Like now that I think about it, like that's what my brand is. Design Syndrome, it's that, like it's an alter ego. Like me, I'm lazy, I don't want to work. I am not what I try to portray on social media, but I do want to become that, right? And that dude, he's pressuring me to be that dude because I want to be that dude. And the brand and what I try to tell is that idea. It's the process of becoming that what you are not, but you want to be, and you can be. That's the self-pressure. A lot of switches, my guy. A lot of switches. Yeah, but there are all opportunities, my guy. You need to just do it and figure it out as you go. You won't start, never. You'll start, never start if you were waiting for the perfect motivation. First, the motivation for me was money because I needed to do what I was gonna do with my life, right? I was a designer, but I wasn't taking it as seriously. So, okay, let's do this. Now that the money is right and I'm good, like, what else? What else is there to do? Okay, let's help people. Let's help other artists, other designers to get some assets. Nice, the assets done. Now what else? I don't want to be just the asset guy, you know. I don't want to just be the texture guy. That's fine and all, but I think that I have more to. I think that I have more that I use in my day-to-day life. The things that we are talking right now that are more useful than a texture. And maybe yeah, the texture I sell them to finance my art and to be able to keep doing the other stuff that I like to do. The art, the videos, and it all becomes like an entire machine of that allows me to keep going, you know? And maybe that's that. Yeah, those are, you need to, one thing that I lacked, like any tips on how to grow and expand as a designer, like building your studio or making a personal brand? I don't know. I went for the personal brand, but really Design Syndrome is not a personal brand. It's just a brand. It's an idea. Someday in the future, maybe someone else will continue. It's like Batman, you know? But these are two different ways, and it's a different beast. You can go the solo entrepreneur, freelance designer, or you can go the studio route. But these are two different skill sets, right? But one thing you do have to think about, if you're gonna do this, if you're gonna do the freelance thing, you are not just a designer. Now you're a businessman. You're an entrepreneur, you know? You need to think about like that. You're a businessman. Otherwise, you won't succeed. You can't rely just on the back of your work. because there is a point that things start to get really complicated with money, with legal stuff, with contracts, with how do you handle the client, how do you close a sale. Like, there are people that are not as good as you that are making a lot of money because they are better at business, right? I'm not saying business is the only thing that matters, but you're trying to get something that your work is worth, right? You don't want to get at least not less than what your work is worth. So yeah, there's a lot of reading, there's a lot of listening to people, there is a lot of letting go of what you think you are. Like, I used to think about myself like I'm some artist, you know, like you are this artist, like this mysterious kind of thing, like you're so deep and whatever. And then when you really start to need to close clients and to get in those phone calls and start to do the business stuff, like you are completely out of your depth, and you realize that you can't communicate your work, right? And there is when you get into that big first crossroad. Like, working in a studio for somebody else, it's cool. Like I really wanted to be like self-employed, you know, like a freelancer, because I'm not great at or I wanted to do it alone, you know, like a solopreneur thing. And then it hit me, like, all the work that you need to do besides, like, you thought it would be easier, but now it's harder. Like, to work for somebody else, it's simpler. But it depends on what you know. I wanted to be able to work from home, to have my little home studio, to do whatever. Then the content came afterwards. I didn't know that I wanted to be a content creator. It just turned out that way. Okay, we have a lot still. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. We are not almost halfway there. And my voice is kind of all over the place. So yeah, now that you're 19, or if you're starting out or whatever, like, try to get, like, read books on business, read books on design, read books on philosophy. Just get your hands on information and try to expand your tool set to be able to then resolve issues, graphic issues, you know, for your clients and for yourself also. Yeah, like bro said, like Robust said, like, I don't know if you have taken a notice, but I have this fixation with the figure of a ninja. Like, I use it a lot for my brand. Like, in my Discord, we have the Shinobi tier. I'm also gonna do a Patreon soon. It's gonna be fairly cheap, but I'm gonna enable this Shinobi tier for the Discord. But I really like the figure of the ninja because they were well, thanks, my guy. That's really heartwarming to hear from me, because it's all it was, you know. Like, what I'm doing now, it's the dream that I had also from a kid, and it's not that much. It's just a way of living, you know. Thank you, I appreciate it a lot. Thank you a lot, my guys. Going back, yeah, like bro said, it's balancing everything. But going back to the thing of the ninja, like I really like the figure of the ninja, because ninjas, they were generalists. Ninjas knew a lot of stuff from a lot of fields. They used a lot of techniques to adapt to their surroundings, you know. Of course, I'm romanticizing the concept for the sake of making a point and because it's cool, right? But it's like that. Like in here, in this channel, we are all ninjas, you know. We are doing the stuff. We are doing a bunch of stuff. We are doing the training. We are doing the reading. We are practitioners of dark alchemy, you know. We're doing some design stuff. Then we go train hard, read some philosophy books, you know what I mean? We are not fucking playing. That's the attitude that I want for the people that consume this challenge, you know, that consume this, my content. Like, we're really trying. And yeah, ninjas are the point, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's like Ross said, like balancing university, commitment, managing healthy relationships, handling personal projects, maintaining commissions. Yeah. For me, my main pillars are training, eating, my sleeping schedule, my personal relationships, and work. Oh, and gaming, because I really like gaming. I'm really a gamer, you know what I mean? It's cringe, but I really identify as that. Like, there is not a day that goes by that I'm not thinking of games. And it's been a part of my life since I'm really a kid, really. And I don't know, it just turned out that way. So I every day I try to make just a bit of time to play a little bit. But yeah, it's juggling all this stuff. And one thing that I had the realization, like not so long ago, is like the idea of balance. No, I never worked full time. Yeah, I worked full time for a print shop, but never for a design studio. I had people try to hire me, like one big design studio from my city tried to contact me, but I didn't want to work for a studio. And also Nike tried to, I had a call with Nike. They would fly me to the United States to work as a senior designer in the in-house brand, but I said no, because I don't want to work for a big brand. I want to make it on my own. Not from an ego thing, like I wanted to try this thing, right? I want to try this and really try this, to be an entrepreneur, to have the brand, to try to put something in the world that I'm proud of, you know. And yeah, saying no really was really hard, because Nike, I think it's the one brand that they motto, like, just do it. Like, I live by that, you know. The just do it, I think we should expropriate it and just be from humanity, because I feel it's too powerful of a phrase. Like, it's too powerful. Like, the just do it, like, I live by it, you know. I really like that motto, the just do it. Nike, it's a brand that really resonated with me, and I said it to the girl while I was having the interview, but I said no, because my project was more important for me. And she really took it to heart. Like, she really liked it when I said that. She said to me, like, well, okay, in the future, if you really want to think about it again, or maybe if you grow as a professional, we have a better position for you. So it was okay. But I'm really committed to this that I'm doing. But what were we talking about? Yeah, I was playing Formula 1 the other day. Oh, sorry, I was talking about what bro was saying about all the stuff you are juggling, right? This idea of balance, like everything is gonna have the same importance, like it's balanced, it's flat, you know? Like everything will just have its perfect spot in your life. Like everything the same amount, and it's not at all like that. I see it more like awareness. Like there are you need to be aware of all the facets of your life so you can adjust on the fly. Sometimes you will be so obsessed with your work that I don't think it's good just to say, oh, I'm gonna take it down a notch because I'm not being balanced, right? Sometimes, yeah, your relationships will hurt. Maybe you're not training as much. Maybe you are eating like shit because you are so ingrained with other parts of your life. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that as long as you are aware of it. Because if you are not aware of it, then yeah, it's a problem because you will hit a wall one day, right? And you will become aware of it when it becomes a problem, right? But if you're aware of it, you can regulate and you can say, no, okay, but it's this week. I'm gonna do this week. I'm gonna go full on because I wanted to hit this certain timing and because this is what I do for this week, right? And then the next week you come back and you compensate and you maybe go the other way. There are weeks that I'm not so hard at work, but I'm really trying in the training and I'm really trying to get my diet on point, right? And it's that fluctuation that will make your life interesting, you know, because it's impossible to keep everything at a perfect level of consistency in every field of your life. You will go crazy. So the best that you can do is have awareness. Be mindful of when you're working, when you're focusing on other stuff, so you can adjust and self-regulate, you know. It's not you need to do any prescription for your life that anyone's telling you, be it all balance or whatever. But I think awareness is key because it will let you make of your life what you want, right? If you don't have awareness, your life will end up being whatever it becomes from the forces that push you to do stuff. And maybe it turns out okay, and maybe it won't because you weren't aware of it and now you can't correct. But meditation is really key. Do you all meditate? Any in the chat meditate? Or have a meditation practice? Sorry, move this out of the way. I'm gonna have some mate. Yo guys, please share the stream on your Instagram stories. It helps a lot. Do any one of the people here meditate? Well, meditation is it's really cool. Like I don't know if was from the Andrew Huberman podcast, but your brain, it's like every activity that you do, it will amp it up or slow it down. Like anxiety comes when your inner rhythm, like your body has a rhythm, like it changes during the day. When you just wake up, your rhythm is really slow and then it starts to pick up, right? And the environment has a rhythm also. Like anxiety comes when the rhythm of your environment, it's going at a pace that's too fast for your inner rhythm. And boredom comes when your inner rhythm, it's too fast for the environment, right? When the environment is too static and you are too hyped up, then you become bored, right? Meditation and the practices that come from meditation allow you to sort of self-regulate your inner rhythm. So you can amp it up and make it go faster, or you can slow it down with certain techniques. For example, people that have anxiety attacks use a technique that's called grounding. That is a sort of meditation. You can use it in your day-to-day life too, when you're feeling a bit overwhelmed and a bit that you're thinking about a lot of stuff. You can use that kind of technique to sort of slow down. Yeah. I think it would be a good gig, the Nike one. But I'll talk about it later. Let me go back to the meditation. So you can use these kind of exercises that you don't need to. There is this misconception that to meditate you need to sit down with your legs folded and do a mantra and be really esoteric and spiritual. It's not like that. Meditation can come, you can constantly be meditating. Meditating is just the act of being aware and being present, right? For example, this that I'm doing right now is really meditative because it's asking of me to be in a really specific mind state, to be really gentle and not over apply the oil and be really mindful of what I do with the brush, right? But if you want, we can do like a quick meditation now. It's really simple. It's just being aware. Like think of your mind as a big spotlight, and you can use that spotlight to direct your mind to certain perceptions of your body, and that will help you clear your mind a bit. Right? Usually when you use your perception to go within, that usually tends to make you more hand up and more anxious when you're more aware of your inner state. And when you are too hyped up, you take your perception out of your body to soothe yourself. For example, if you are really anxious, you would do a meditation trying to think of stuff that's outside your body, like focus on a lamp, like count how many rings are in the, or how many doors are in the room, how many windows. Take a look at the way the windows are crafted. Pay attention to the wheels of the chair you're sitting, right? And if you're trying to maybe hype yourself up a bit, you would think of your breathing, if you could feel your own heartbeats and stuff like that. But yeah, in short, meditation, it's a great way to start to practice your awareness until it becomes a second nature. It's not that you're meditating all the time, but you're aware of what's happening to you all the time. It goes back to what we were talking about, your work, and how to know when you're tired, when you are really being lazy. Well, meditation really helps with that, but it will get you more in tune with your inner rhythms, and you get a better feel of how you feel, you know, because you're more attentive to it. But if you want, let me know. We can do a short meditation, some short exercises. It's not exercises really, it's just looking at stuff, but in a different way. Okay, now I'm gonna put together all these switches, and I haven't finished, but I wanna see how many I got. Okay, let's put together some of this. Pinging sound, I don't know what is it. Sorry, what if you create a paper texture using manual media such as scanning? I don't know what if. You're asking if I do it that way, or you are providing like a new method. Like, I don't get it. Like, all the textures that I have, I made using paper textures and scanning them. Like, maybe I'm not understanding the question. Yeah, my textures are scanned. I mean, the main pack that I sell, is scanned. It's the one that I use for almost all that I make. I'm gonna make new textures. I'm gonna use textures, the real textures, and also artificial intelligence to make some crazier textures. I think I need to loop them up a bit more because some of the keys are getting like a pinging sound. They sound good, but I think I need to loop them up a bit more. I don't know if that was your question, Maishi. No, this one's not coming down. I don't know what I did wrong. Let's open it up. Oh, I put it the other way. So these ones have like an opening, and the opening needs to go the other way. Like you see, like it has like an indentation. Like one of the sides has like a little fang. You see it here. This side has it, and this side doesn't has it. Like it has like a little lip. I don't know if you get to see it. That lip needs to go facing forward. Like that. And now it closes. I'm gonna lube this again. Hi. I think I'm gonna open them and close them in the same go because I'm afraid my AC it's maybe dry in the lube if I leave them open. I need to know how many do I need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 63. We're gonna be here a while. Well, let's see. Here we have all these are lubed. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 90. Oh my god. Have a bunch go. Also, my voice is going off. Let me know if you have more questions, guys. You like this cam better or the other one? I'm trying to see where the middle of the frame is. Y hola. Oh my god. I'm gonna put the camera more over here so I can do it more in this position. Let me know, my guys, if you have any other question or would like to talk about something. My voice is pretty shit right now because we've been talking so much. But hey,
Let's do it.
I was going to use a bit less of lube, but the ones that are fully lubed, they do feel better, so I'm gonna need to go all the way. No. Much better. Oh no, I fit it. How do I take it out? I think I need to use this. there. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. This one has something wrong. Not coming up to the top. Don't know what's wrong with this one. Arriba es good. Oh, there. How long? One second, guys. Need to finish the stream.